Hey everybody, welcome. This is Real Rod here. If you're following me on some of my different social media channels, you'll see that I've started using a digital avatar. This is one that I've trained on my likeness, my voice, the way that I speak and express myself, those kinds of things. But at least once a week, I want to come to everybody live. And of course, anytime I work with someone, it's always one-on-one, real rod all the time. But tonight I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk about something that was really hard for me when I was making my digital health transition, right? And it was this thought that I should be self-employed. If you've been following me for a while, you might know that after I got my nursing degree, I went and got a computer science degree because I thought I needed it for digital health. And the truth is, I didn't. But one of my instructors in that degree program told me, only work for yourself. It's the only way you're really going to get ahead. And at that point, I was right where many of you are, working in a hospital. My income was capped, burnt out every time I worked. I was working as much as I could while I was still taking classes, doing registry nursing as we call it in the States, called bank in the UK. Working all over greater Los Angeles and having kind of a miserable time doing it. No real way up, no real way out, nothing to do except take more shifts if I wanted to make more money. And once I worked like 30 shifts in a row, it was just pure misery. But once I moved into digital health, that was the first sort of big transition for me. I had to wrap my head around working for myself, and the difference seemed like something I couldn't overcome, because I had to have a corporation and file taxes and quarterly reports and earnings and all the rest of this stuff. It was just miserable. I just thought I couldn't do it. And one day I woke up and I saw, okay, I'm giving away a lot of money by not doing this. I really should just go ahead and bite the bullet. And I hired the correct professionals, accountants and lawyers and other kinds of advice. And I got it all done right. I felt like I was in control of it, and I was able to really step up my income. But I didn't know. I didn't know about that when I went to nursing school. I didn't know about digital health. I didn't know about working for yourself. I didn't know about running your own company, that sort of thing. But right now, there's a transformation going on in healthcare with this digitization, with the creeping in of AI everywhere, and the opportunity and the call for you to go and work for yourself is just going way up. It's increasing day on day. If you do your work for yourself and you earn 2 or 3 times what you did, per week, per month, per quarter, whatever, and then you have a month off in between contracts, well, that's like getting a really high-paying job with 4 weeks of vacation. It's just, that's the way to be. And it's not just in one country, though. So this isn't just in the States. It's not just in the UK. It's everywhere. The UK is going full digital health, full telehealth integration by 2028. It's almost 2026 already. In Australia, it's a 40% growth compared to what they did in 2024 this year. And even countries like Pakistan are getting in on it with interoperable telehealth to sort of leapfrog the traditional growth path of care that's happened in the West. So it's a fantastic time to prepare yourself for this kind of transition. How do you prepare yourself, and then what happens? Like, what do you get on the other side? Well, you prepare yourself by getting some training. It's not that hard. This stuff is easier than most of the concepts that we've had to wrap our heads around clinically. It is just not that complicated. You're not learning how to engineer a car. You're learning how to drive a car. It's really not that big. Then you start networking, you get out there, you get your first job, you use that as leverage for another job. Pretty soon, you're into multiple revenue streams. So, consulting projects, for one, where I've made tons of money, just lots and lots of money. Um, that's probably 150, maybe upwards of $200 an hour. Do the math, that comes out to a whole bunch per year. Training programs where you train other people, advisory roles for small companies where you give them specific advice based around this education that you've given yourself and the years of clinical experience that you brought with you. And sometimes just showing up to talk, speaking gigs. It doesn't pay as much, it doesn't pay every month, but somebody really just showed you up to talk. They gave you money and said, let's do this. I went, straight into my first six-figure income as soon as I went independent, as soon as I went out on my own. And for me, that was mind-blowing, right? I couldn't wrap my head around it, and then it just kept going up and up from there. And I had to learn more and more and more. So my my website has a post on it about it this week, and on Friday my YouTube on this topic will be posting as well. You'll notice on my YouTube and some of my other video platforms that it will be Rod Lee, my digital avatar. So I am doing the things that I'm advising other people to do. I'm learning to use the AI. I'm learning to use the machine rather than wait around, hope for the best until it starts to use me. So tonight's recording is just a little bit pre-recorded because I have to go pick up the lovely Mrs. Gamble at the time that I normally would be on live. So I'll see everyone next week, and hope you have a good one, and hope you have a good Thanksgiving this week as well.